Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will enjoy your time here on my channel. I would be eternally grateful if you would give a like to the video, consider subscribing and, dare I ask, even become a member. So without further ado, let's do this.
Hey, happy Friday. It is me. It's me. I'm back in the house, back live streaming. Guys, it's been a week. It's been a shite week, I have to say. And it's really funny because I've been doing journaling. I like to journal. And my daughter said it's like an art book because I do a lot of drawing in there. Anyway, and I happened to put, it's been a splendid month so far. Well, after I wrote that in my journal, my world has sort of, imploded. Sounds a bit too dramatic, but it's just been shite. So, firstly, I really do have to apologise to those of you that are expecting a Wellness Wednesday. I was expecting a Wellness Wednesday, and then it all went horribly wrong. It wasn't great. So, I mean, I've been very open about my mental health, and it sort of took a dive. And because there were too many triggers in the real world, I was triggered out of my head. But I'm here now. It's got nothing to do with the internet and nothing whatsoever. It's just shite. I got scammed, guys, and lost a bit of money. And so we'll move on from there because we've got a lot to talk about. So I'm going to say hi to the chat. Hey, Bridge. Happy flying. Bridge is going to be flying back home. I hope you've had a good time with your papa. So Bridge isn't actually coming on panel, but we've got this one here. I think this one's coming up. Can't get rid of her, guys. So I'll put the link in here. Hey, Edna. Right, let's put that in there. Right. Um, yeah, honestly. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you've got us to you got us to listen to for what it's worth. Holly Mac is here. She's multitasking. Hey, hope you're well. Yeah, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't Dana from StreamYards like she did Barley. I know how funny that was. Shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. It's not funny to be hacked. It sounds. I'm loath to speak about it, really, because it honestly makes you feel such an idiot. And I mean, I'm really hot on scams, I'm always very careful, in answering my phone. I don't answer my phone unless I recognize the number. And, I think all right, I'm a what's the word? Elderly. That's the word. Um, yeah, so I'm a bit of a bint, but I think I'm quite with it. So anyway, this scam was ugh, you'll laugh. I wasn't feeling that wonderful. I'd met up with my son and I can't remember what we did. And then I dropped him off home and his home, not mine. And then I thought, you know what? Shall I go home? And I thought, no, if I go home, I think I'm just going to sleep. So I thought, I don't want to do that. I know, I'll go into town. It was a glorious day. I thought I'll go into town and get myself a coffee and sit outside because I live in a very pretty town. So anyway, I went to town, got my coffee, got scrambled eggs on toast, sat down, ate my scrambled eggs on toast, and then I was flicking through my phone and don't. I saw something that I truly believed to be real, and it was what's the word? What do they say when somebody famous sort of talks on it and recommends it? It was that. So anyway, I clicked on it and yeah, it all went downhill from there, guys. It just did. Hey Edna, how are you, darling?
Hey, Jen, I'm doing well.
Good.
You just told us how you're doing. I mean, I love, I won't say I love a scam, but I kind of love a scam. You don't want to tell
Oh,
us more about it?
not really, no. It's a pain in the ass
Okay.
because I don't wanna dwell because I don't wanna get upset about it again. But I've
Oh,
been really
okay, I
lucky
understand.
in that my eldest boy what happened was, right, they say, "Click on this and you get to, like, um the official page," which is what I did.
Hmm.
And then they say, "Well, are you interested in investing?" It was an investment thing, okay, for finances.
Oh,
So
okay.
you had to put a certain
Mm-hmm.
amount of money in, and I thought, "Okay, I can do that." And then basically you watch your money grow, it's like in passive
Of course
or
you do.
passive what? What? It's like a passive
Good.
income. I love having you on my panel. I really love having you on my panel. Such a pain in the arse, Edna. Whenever I'm serious, you always
Oh my goodness. Okay, we have a
knock
bad
me.
connection. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Oh, anyway, yes, that must have been what it was. Anyway, so this celebrity had apparently spoken about it on one of our breakfast TV programs that I don't watch, but um anyway, so apparently, they showed the transcript and I was suckered. So anyway, basically, so that nice sit outside the restaurant while I ate my scrambled egg on toast and drank my latte turned into a bloody nightmare. And
Oh.
so I was talking on the anyway, so then they say, "Right, would you like to invest?" So click on this button. So I
Mm-hmm.
did, clicked on it, and then they said, "And then we'll phone you back." So I thought they're going to phone me back in half an hour. So I was still sat there. 2 minutes later, this number comes through from Denmark. And she's like, hi. Anyway, she was lovely. Chat, 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 chat. But of course, I had to move my car because it was in the car park. So she stayed with me all the way when I was driving home. And then I pulled over by the side of the road. And then she wanted my bank
Wow.
details. So I'm like, um, well, yeah, I can give you my bank details, I suppose. So anyway, to cut a long story short, I gave him my bank details. I gave him my email. And then I said, listen, I'm on the way home. I said, ring me back or I'll ring you or whatever when I get home. So I was literally
Mhm.
like 5-10 minutes away. So I got home. She'd given me a WhatsApp. So I texted, she said, let me know when you're home. So I texted, I'm home now. And then um anyway, so I texted, I'm home now. And then she came through with more information about this, investment thing.
Mhm.
And anyway, I then said, she said, oh, are you still on your phone? And I said, no, I'll fire up the iMac. So she said, oh, all right then. So I did that, put the iMac on, and then she said, right, I'm going to pass you on to the financer now. Financier. Hey, we got somebody else on panel. Hey, Kalari.
Hey,
Hello.
hey, y'all. I'm
Hi,
sorry. I
Laurie.
muted myself
Welcome.
just in case. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you,
Yes, hello.
darling.
Thank you.
W-
Hi.
We're going to have fun tonight. We're going to just talk a whole load of shite about people because I'm in that kind of mood. I'm fed up with the world. Let
Oh
me tell
yeah,
you, I'm fed
I'm
up
with
with the world.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was scammed. I was scammed, Kalari.
Oh,
Anyway, so I get home, and in the meantime, my son's text me, Mum, we're back from Italy. Do you want me to bring your present over? So I'm like, yeah, okay then. So him and his girlfriend were coming over. So I thought, okay. So anyway, I get home, fire up the Mac, and this financer phones me. But the number's coming from London. But I thought, okay, never mind. He was meant to be my trader, okay, because they were going to be
Mhm.
trading on my account because I put the money in. Anyway, my son walks in and he'd said to me, right, can you download any desk? So that's when I first got my first red flag. I thought, oh, I've heard of that before. So stupidly, I said that to him. I said, oh, I said, I'm not sure about this. I said, because I've heard of, a
Wait,
scam.
what did
Of
he ask you?
to download an app called Any Desk. And
yeah.
he
It
said,
lets you get
Oh, okay.
into
I've never
somebody's
heard of that.
computer. Yeah.
yes, Kalari.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Listen, thanks for telling us because I don't know.
Mm,
When I'm on Twitch, I watch this young man named Kid Boy Yoga. He tends to call these scammers that attack people with those links and stuff because they'll pretend to be banks, they'll pretend to be insurance, they'll pretend to be with the government, and they'll have
yeah,
you click that and get remote
Right.
access to your PC.
yeah. Well, luckily,
Wow.
because I'm such a
Okay.
diggerer, um, it took me a while to find the app. So I downloaded it, but I didn't open it. And
Thank
just as
God.
I'm faffing about with this guy on the phone, in walks my son and his girlfriend from Italy. So I'm like, oh, hi. I said, listen, I'm just on the phone to my trader. And my son's like, what? So anyway, I said to the guy on the phone, I said, listen, my son's just arrived. I'll phone you back tomorrow. And then I went. Well, luckily, I didn't, although I downloaded the app, I didn't open it. And as soon as my son, he said, "Mom, I think it's a scam." So as soon as he said that, we set to work. We cleared the whole computer of anything to do with any desk or anything. But the worst thing is for me, well, I mean that was bad enough. But then I go back to the bank Like, it must have been within 2 hours. I'd say it was in 2 hours. And then, um, at first, the bank were like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, you'll be able to get your money back." But I got told today I won't get my money back because although they accept that it was a scam, because it is to do with investment, they won't give me my money back
Oh, that's crazy. I don't like that.
because they've already taken it.
Heard of
It was
that.
impending to begin with,
Mm,
and they said, "We can't touch it while it's impending. We can only do something once they take it." Well, they took it yesterday, and now when I talk to my bank, they're like, "Oh, well, if you got it as because you thought it was an investment, then sorry, we don't deal with that. You have to tell the police." I was like, "Are you having a
wow.
laugh?" So I've lost that money. I've lost it.
Ah,
I'm
I
not
am
a
so
happy bunny.
sorry. Oh,
That doesn't even make sense because a fraud is a fraud.
Exactly. But apparently they're saying because it was for an investment that they don't deal with it. I'm going to check it out. My son said to me, "Mum, get back onto them and say,
wow.
and kick up a stink about it." I'm not getting onto the police and everything. That all I
Yes.
want is my money back in my
You
account.
never know. You talk to somebody new, they might give you a different answer.
Yeah, yeah. Because I tell you, in 2 days, I spoke to 3 different people. 2 of them said, "I'd probably get my money back." The last person I spoke to said, "Oh, no, no, we don't, because you said it was an investment." I said, "But it was a scam."
And
I
they
didn't know.
recognize that as a scam. But you know what I would do personally? If they're not going to work with you while you're talking to them directly, banks, like every other business, does not like bad press. I would reach out to any publication that will hear you because that is a good way to make them listen. When a newspaper or a
Yeah, it
TV
is.
news wants to cover you, because this wasn't right. You did not
Yeah,
know and you were taken advantage
No.
of, and your bank should be there for you. They're there to take your money and do whatever they want with it. So
yeah,
they should listen to you as a
Bitch.
long-standing customer.
exactly. And I've been a customer with
Yeah,
them for
you should
like
be able to file 'em
30
to
years.
dispute.
Yeah.
I've always been with the
Oh,
same
yeah.
bank,
That's ridiculous.
and I just anyway, so I have to come away from it now. It's triggered me so much. And then other things have sort of been
Yeah.
going on, um, in real life. And I was like, "Oh Jesus, I just can't deal with it." So my son, bless his heart, has been so good. And yeah, anyway, I have to get off it because otherwise I'm gonna get upset.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am. I'm gonna turn into a oh, there's a spider. Go away. I don't want you near me. Go
Uh-oh.
away. There. Right. Outside. There we go. Um,
Where's Oakley when
yeah.
you need him?
Sorry.
Where's
What, Edna?
Oakley when you need them?
Oh,
Oakley.
Yep.
Where's
Sometimes you
Oakley?
gotta make some
They need
noise,
to earn
Grace,
their
for
keep.
real.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what I thought I'd do? I'd do it on Twitter. Yeah, that's what I thought I'd do.
And if you need me to amplify it, just let me know because I like causing that kind of trouble. They shouldn't be able to just keep your money like that.
Especially,
Absolutely.
well, no, because they're saying that the scammers have got the money. The scammers have got the money now.
But they have insurance. Most banks do
Well,
for
the
when you
thing is,
get
when
scammed like
you
that.
gotta tell people because they'll keep getting over with it.
Yeah, but what the banks won't tell you is that they have like an
Sorry,
asset
Hillary. Yeah.
protection thing. No, it's okay. Where if you can prove that it was a scam, they should be able to replenish your money. I had somebody take my credit card a couple of years back and just charged a bunch of stuff on it. It's actually a debit card, but you could use it as a credit card. And I went to the bank and I proved to them this wasn't me.
Yeah,
So I got my money back. You were scammed. They know it's a
I
scam. They
understand
know it's
what
been
they're
ongoing. So they should be able
exactly.
to help you.
One of the men that I was talking
I
to
think
from
what they're
from
saying is
the
because you willingly gave them the money, that's the distinction, but that shouldn't matter because they still didn't
yeah,
do what they were supposed to do with the money.
Exactly.
because I
So it's a
filed
fraud,
disputes
isn't
because
it?
of that.
So it's
Yeah,
a
that's what
fraud.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll probably go public with it on Twitter tomorrow. Um, but I think, the most annoying thing is I've spoken to so many. I've spoken to at least three other people on there because you get through to the bank first, and then you have to get through to the fraud department, and I've been to the fraud department 3 times, and each time I've heard different things. So yeah, I'm gonna have to sort it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on from that. Let's have a laugh, shall we? Let's have a
Okay.
laugh. I want to start. Oh, anyway, I need to welcome Kalari properly. Hey, Kalari, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing okay. I just got finished with my Bonnet Chronicles on Twitch. I like to use Twitch to talk about things like politics and social issues. So I thought it was going to be a little bit later because after that, I was going to cook dinner for my husband and I. And then he texted me that on his way home from work, he'll bring dinner for the both of us. I feed my son before because he will
Oh.
pace if I don't. And I don't need that in the background while I'm trying to talk serious issues. So I'm all sorted out. I was able to get here before 7:30.
Oh, well, that's good.
Right.
Well, the one I wanted to start with, I did see your last video, Kalari, and I'm going to play that in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Because I thought you made some really good points on there. And I mean, and that's another reason I went MIA as far as Girl World or any of that sort of side of the internet. I'm just sick of it. I just can't deal with it anymore.
Oh,
So, but what I thought we could do, because this actually came up and I thought, oh my God, this is interesting. Right. So somebody has gone head to head with BGTV. I don't know if anyone saw it. This is Slow Mama we're
Gee,
talking about.
you are
oh gosh,
quick.
that clown.
This is his live stream. Okay. Now, he was going off on BGTV because apparently he was in Nova Stream yesterday, was it? Did you see it, Edna? I know you get around. Did you see
No,
it?
I wasn't there. I saw that she had it, but I don't really agree with her political views. Well, I don't, I'm not really into politics at this moment. It's kind of a cluster F if you ask me. So no.
Well, I'm not either, but as I was getting ready and sorting a few things out, I noticed that somebody had just gone live. So I thought, oh, let's see what he's had to say. So, I mean, Kalari, I don't know
Mhm.
if you know, but he's my lol cow. So every so often I pop into his live streams just to trigger him because he can't cope when this little old lady comes in and starts telling him the truth.
And see,
It's kind of-
I leave him alone because he tried to vie for my attention a few times because
Yeah,
he's defending Chantal's honor, which okay.
it's
I just think
ridiculous.
that trying to argue with your mama is like trying to play chess with a pigeon. All it's gonna
Yes,
do is poop on the chessboard. So you don't. I just can't. Plus,
yeah,
he would cream himself if I ever gave him that kind of attention. So I just let him go off. But
yeah,
I am not shocked that he's wishy washy on his stances. He is the pickest of pick me's, and he
yeah.
will go to any side that will get him, even if it's rage, the attention he craves.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
no, he's just trolling. He's
Oh, he's
trolling,
not
y'all.
trolling,
That's
darling.
not that's not being wishy-washy. He's just trolling.
What? He's trolling on his live stream, you mean?
Oh man. Yeah,
Are you
exactly
I
saying
right.
he's
believe what he was
trolling?
talking about.
Are you
But
saying,
I mean,
Edna,
that's
are
what
you
he
saying he's
said.
trolling on his live stream or what? What do you mean?
I don't know, but that's what I mean. That's what he usually says. Like if you call him out, it was a troll. Like, oh, I wasn't really doing X, Y, and Z. I know, Bridge.
Well, here on the background, you can see that I've taken out some of the comments that were actually on that video that we're now going to look at, and I've covered out, blocked out who said it. But it was quite interesting that he apparently likes Trump. And because of that, BGTV has been saying things about him. Okay, that's where it comes from. So we'll play a little bit of this. I just thought it was quite interesting. Yeah, I agree with Bridge. He's not a troll. That's just him.
Yep. We're seeing the real deal for him.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think he's trolling. I don't think he's got the intelligence to troll. I don't think he's got the mental capacity to troll. I mean, I troll and his his live stream comes to a grinding halt because he cannot deal with me going in there. Now, the way
Yeah.
I troll, because I have got emotional maturity, I can ignore everybody else in there. I don't give a toss what people are saying about me, but he can't do that.
Oh no.
He just hasn't got the mental capacity or the intelligence to be able to deal with people not believing he's the king of girl world.
Can I tell you really quick before you fire him up what started him at me? It wasn't even Chantel's behalf. He's just using her as his big fat shield.
Yes.
I was sitting in the YouTube Underground, who I enjoy in the morning. She's like my morning news crew and stuff, not without the news. It's just entertainment. And
Yeah.
he came in with the cam out, cam up. You know how he is, like a big old puppet.
Mhm.
And I decided to do a super chat. And I said, oh, there goes Aldi's Montel wasting his money again because he wasted $5 to tell Gabba to cam up, which I thought was stupid. If you don't like somebody, you're not going to give them money. But everything's just a clownery for him. So apparently calling him Aldi's Montel was a bridge too far. And he just started going off, taking my fit bangs and anything I did and
I
using
remember
it.
that now.
And he got his fucking bestie, Chantel, I'm sorry for cussing, but he got his bestie yeeted the week of her birthday because he played that clip of me where I called her out for not getting a proper pet thing for Harry. And
Yeah.
I made good points about that. And she used that to rage at me in her community tab and got herself a timeout. And ever
Yeah.
since then, he has been trying anything he could to get at me. And when I sat in GP's stream that one night because I wanted to support Hannibal about the Monty stuff, he got in there and he was like, oh, it's just a game. I was just playing with you, Kalari. I love you. And I told him to go step on Legos because I
Yeah.
don't fuck with him. I don't like him. I'm not going to act like I like him. No. You stay
Yeah.
on your side of Twitter, want to be king of girl world, you failed Madden player. That's all
Yeah.
I had to say on that, though.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you can say what you like over here. Bridge has got a foul mouth. I'm used to it.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Sometimes
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cuss
that's
comes out
fine.
of me.
Yeah. Now that the situation with myself, is that I used to think he was all right. And I used to say, oh, he's like a breath of fresh air. And I did. I thought he was all right. And then I began to notice that actually, no, he's not all right. So I started sort of talking up against him. And I think this one of the problems is, Kalari, and you would fall into this category as well. He doesn't like strong women. He can't handle strong women.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And he has a very fragile feels, like for real. He
Yeah.
can't take any slight or insult, and he thinks he deserves our attention. And when we won't give it to him, he just doubles down. And
Yeah.
honestly, it's just funnier to me to ignore him. It really is.
Oh, I like to make videos just taking the piss, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
because I've made him my locale. So, you know, every so often I do. And on Drama Friday, because he's normally done something ridiculous in the
Oh, yeah.
week, I do cover him a little bit. But yeah. Yes, Bridge, you do have a foul mouth. You know you do. Stop lying. Yeah, so anyway, this is a bit where he's talking on his live, and BGTV actually does come in there, but I've got him blocked, so I can't see what BGTV was saying. But I just thought this was quite interesting.
And I just told him, I said, dude, like, you would not talk to me like this in real life, bro. Like, you wouldn't talk to me like this in real life. You know, you a keyboard warrior and you a nerd. I said that. And I like to apologize to Nova because I got out of character, because I'm just like, dude, how many, like, I'm saying this because
He's saying that was out of character. No, it isn't out of character.
It's his
Everyone knows
character.
he's
This
got
is
a
like the
short
third time he's
fuse.
done this.
Sorry? What?
I
It
said
sounds like the third time he's done this.
Yeah.
I know. Everyone knows that he doesn't know how to control himself. So for him to say it was out of character is a lie.
I mean, he gives the vibes that he takes it to 100 when somebody just looks at him wrong or he gets the wrong order and stuff. He's just
Yeah,
built to take it over the top.
I know. He's just got it. And I think it's down to immaturity. That's what I think.
Oh, yeah. He is very mentally
this is the
stunted
reason
and
why
immature.
Yes, 100%. Yes, he's talking about BGTV. Yeah, I know. Nobody is worried about mama. Nobody is scared of him. I wouldn't be scared of him if he came and knocked on my door.
Oh, no.
people don't like to express who they voting for or how they voting. This is what happened in 2016 when a black person came out and said, "Man, I kind of like some of Trump's policies. I might go that way." Automatically, they would be castrated, called coon, this, that, you a Nazi, and all that other shit. And what happened was it kept people from expressing themselves. And so in 2016, there was so many people shocked at Trump winning because they was like, where were all these people at? We didn't see no Trump supporters. It's because they weren't expressing themselves because they were scared to say something, and then you automatically judge them with a coon, Nazi, and all this other shit like that. And that's why I say, BGTV, when you talk to somebody and you want to have a debate with somebody's issues or their political ways, you can change their mind by having a conversation with them and not calling them a coon, not calling them a tap dancer, not calling them nothing like that. Because
Listen, I can't take him seriously.
No, because he's being a liar right there too. First of all, you're not just gonna change somebody's political affiliations with a conversation. B, you can't have a debate with a moron. All they'll do is yell and you're this, you're that. No, we're not going to play those games. Those of us who are serious politically invested and aware, we're not going to try to sway people. I just want people to vote. I've always said that, even though I know where I lean, I don't want people giving up their rights to vote because your vote is your voice. But somebody like your mama, I wouldn't waste my time with. If he wants to vote for somebody like Trump, that's your business, man. As long as you vote. But he does not give me the vibe that he actually votes either, because he's a moron.
Yeah. He couldn't even find his way to the polling station.
Nope.
I mean, never mind have to put, a cross in a little box. I mean, it's just not happening. But I think also what I found amusing is that it's so obvious this man doesn't have a clue about adulting, really. So for me to see him flapping his mouth, talking a whole load of BS, it makes me laugh to think that other people may actually be listening to what he's got to say. Who's Ron Paul? Who's Ron Paul, Bridge?
It's so ridiculous. It's like that's why you wouldn't even listen to him, because it's like I don't even know if he's even on the ticket for real, because it's like I understand that you want to like vote for what you really believe in, but when you really only have a two party system, you are throwing away your vote when you vote for somebody like a Ron Paul or a libertarian or what have you.
And I tell people all the time, from what I know in politics and civics, even though we have two major parties, there are at this current year, 238 registered third party political parties outside the Green Party. So there are plenty of people that can sign up and say, I'm a part of the potatoes party and want to run for president. It doesn't mean you want to throw your vote at the potato guy, but there are people like your mama that just to be a pick me and that to cause controversy would vote for the potato guy. So yeah, that's why I don't take your mama serious when it comes to politics.
I don't think you can. I can't.
And for him talking about, oh, we like Trump because of the checks, that's ridiculous. We had a global pandemic. Like we would have got those checks regardless of who would have been president. It's the same thing of when Obama was president, we got checks. You
And
know,
I will
like,
say, besides checks, not to interrupt you, we got the actual vaccine when
no,
we
go
voted
ahead.
in Biden. So, I mean, as much as I did like the extra money, I do like being boosted 4 times from a disease that took out family and friends. So, I'm
Right?
just saying.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought was quite interesting about just reading what people were putting in the chat when this was going on. And was it underneath this one? What was it? Oh
Oh,
yeah,
that was the other
he's
thing. He
he's
liked that his
forgetting how
wife was
much.
anti-vax.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he was anti-vax, was
Oh, ew, no.
no.
I can't wait because, like I said, I'm all for freedom to a certain point, but if you're going to use your freedom to potentially bring back plagues that we got rid of because of vaccinations, I don't fuck
Mhm.
with you. Get them shots. Stop being a punk. Get them
Yeah.
shots. Why get yourself sick unnecessarily and potentially risk your family and everybody around you? It doesn't shock me. Next, you'll tell me he's a flat earther.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. He's that dumb. But I mean, I'm not politically minded at all. I'll be honest with you. I've not voted for years. And the reason I haven't voted is because I think over here, all politicians are all exactly the same. They're all liars. They promise everything and then nothing gets done. And as the country goes down the pan, that's what I think.
I
And
don't
that's why I
blame
won't
you.
vote.
It's
Because I just think they're all exactly the same. And it doesn't matter who is in power over here. They're all shite. They don't care about people. Anyway, that's that. That's why I'm not politically minded.
it's
Um,
I
and
don't blame you.
I can't really talk on American politics because I'm not American, but I do listen to what people say. Oh, what's Bridge saying here? I've been telling the Twitterverse that Yo Mama was a conservative. I'm so glad he's finally revealing it on YouTube now. So happy. He is. Anyway, let's hear what else he has to
I
say.
have a lot of conversations with people in my neighborhood, in my hood, that are all Trump supporters. By the way, I want to say that niggas out in the hood is just straight Trump supporters. But I have conversations with them about RFK Jr. and we talk. I don't call him out of their name. I don't call him cool. I don't call him tap dancer because it'd be a different situation. We have.
So he keeps coming back to being called a tap dancer. Who else calls him a tap dancer apart from me? I call him Mr. Bojangles.
My brain just keeps going. Ain't nobody here to see you, Otis. It's an old reference. If you know, classic Motown. The thing is, with Yo Mama's nonsense, the thing that drives me nuts is how he talks about, I'm talking to my friends and I'm telling them about RFK Jr. RFK Jr. is literally the guy that has been all over the news with, he took a dead bear cub's carcass, brought it to Central Park, left it there because he thought it would be funny. He is an anti-vaxxer as well. He is just a cuckoo banana, and he thinks he can float on the Kennedy name, and I'm going to treat him like Ross Perot. I might hear you, man, but I'm not going to pay attention to you. I don't want to be near you, because the guy literally said he has roadkill in his freezer like it's nothing, and he's a freaking Kennedy.
Oh,
but
God,
the
that's
whole reason
vile.
why I stay civic-minded, besides the fact that I'm a Black woman and we're already at the lowest rung in society, even though we are the highest educated demographic in our country, is because when I was little, I would go with my grandmother when she went to vote. And she told me, when I asked her, why are you voting? Why does it matter? Vote, because if you don't, they will take it from us, and they didn't want us to have it in the first place. And when I study history, because I'm a history nerd, the suffragettes, even beyond the civil rights movement, women still were restricted into the 70s. We couldn't have bank accounts.
Oh,
We had no independence whatsoever. So with Project 2025 women, they will bring us back to that life if we let them. And that is why I have stayed for over 30 years invested in American politics, because I don't want that life. I'm way too mouthy. They will put my ass in jail or execute me.
But don't you think that it's unlikely to happen, because most women will speak up for themselves now. Women are much more open and much more heard nowadays.
Jan,
It's a bit like the Black community,
there's
I
a
think.
whole movement No, there's a
Go
whole
ahead.
movement of women going back to being traditional wives, where they're like, "Oh, we don't want to work, and like we'll just have babies and be a wife." And it's like the older trad wives who are now single mothers are trying to tell them like that's not really what it is, because you don't have the power to say X, Y, and Z in your household because you're not working, or in all you have all of this unpaid labor and blah blah blah. And I mean,
It
it's like
is,
as much
Bridge.
as you have one push and one movement, you have the counter that's like just as bad
And I could tell
or
you,
just as
Jan, that
powerful.
in 2015, your mama was to say all these secretive voters. It was a secret. The exit poll showed that 60% of white women, despite this man being a known sexual predator,
Yeah.
voted for him. And then in
It's
2020,
disgusting.
after they did that little performative DC rally, which when they asked me, "Oh, Tim, do you want to come join us?" No, I don't want to come join you because you stabbed us in the back in 2015, 2016. Y'all did all that performative things, and then the polls showed again that white women in 2020 voted more for the motherfucker. So they're angry now because JD Vance called
Hmm.
them mad cat moms and all that stuff. They say they're fear Project 2025. But Black women, who 91% of us do tend to lean Democrat, we have already strategized for their potential betrayal because they have shown us time and time again they will smile in our faces, and then when they get to the polls, they will vote in fascism. So we don't trust them.
Yeah, yeah,
Unless
I
I
agree
know
with
them,
you.
I don't trust them.
No, I don't blame you. I mean, it's very similar over here as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we've just had a change of prime minister, and to be honest, I can't even bother to. I can't even tell you what his voice sounds like. They're irrelevant to me.
I
Not
think I
interested
saw
in what they've
something
got to
about that.
say. They're all like tarred with the
Okay.
same brush. It's all crap.
Yeah.
And yes, I don't take any notice of what they say. Hi, Groceries. Nice to see you, darling. So let's hear some more shite that comes out of his mouth. He's actually trying to talk to BGTV at this moment. Oh, and one of the things he was trying to say was, I can't have a conversation with somebody if all they do is shout, the N word at me, or they call me this and they call me tap
Right.
dancer. And I'm like, are you having a laugh? That's what you do.
Exactly.
Kalari, I don't know if you saw the video that
Exactly.
if you look on my channel, I'll try and find it for you. You might find it, where Bridge and I had him on a panel, and we were talking about what we were talking about, the history of racism. Okay. And I thought it was going to be a good discussion. The idea was, because I'm British, right? Bridge is American and Edna's American. We thought it'd be interesting to give our stories, yeah, of racism. This idiot came on and completely destroyed the conversation that we had, started attacking Bridge afterwards, saying that because Bridge was saying about her grandfather, took the piss out of Bridget and Bridget's grandfather's story, saying, oh yeah, well, Bridget was saying, well, you're not saying it in the first person. Do you know what I mean? And he
Yeah.
didn't
Right.
understand. He didn't understand what that meant, getting it second hand or third hand or whatever. And it was just a complete disaster.
Not
Um,
only did I see that video, but it
oh,
was
you
the
saw
reason
it.
why I followed Bridget in the first place, because he was out of pocket, and I loved the way that you both put him back in his place because he was trying to derail the conversation. And I
Yeah,
ended up following you. I thought I followed you, and I was learning YouTube back then. So I loved the way you had handled him, because not only was he being insensitive, but he was being loud. And I knew back then I didn't want to mess with your mama. I had a lot of friends that I enjoyed him, but I was like, you can like him all you want. I just don't. But the way
yeah,
he handled himself in that was just so ridiculous. And a lot of times I'm a YouTube lurker. I'll have people on in the background while I'm getting my work done. So I might not always comment and stuff, but I will get a vibe for people by how they act. And he actually made me turn me on to your channel and turn me on to Bridges' channel while justifying why I'd never fucked with his channel, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, was it 2 we did, Bridge? Did we do 2? Because then he started. Oh, that was it. I was, I'd done all my PowerPoint, which they take the piss out of me for. I did my PowerPoint talking about,
You thought it would be
racism
interesting then.
and blackface and everything, and he just made a whole mockery of it. But it was
Because
the fact.
Moron doesn't like information. He can't handle fact. He's lactose intolerant.
Yeah, yeah. I know Bridge didn't think. Sometimes I think I'm a bit too idealistic. I'm like, well, I think that'd be a good conversation to have. And as you say, he just completely derailed it. And then all his followers were like, "Oh, well, you didn't let him speak. You didn't." No, I had my finger on the mute button for him because I wasn't going to allow him to totally derail it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he tried very hard.
Have a conversation, and I changed a lot of people's minds on voting out of Trump into RFK Jr. Okay, now if you want me to vote for Kamala Harris, Mr. BGTV, have a conversation. Don't call me out of my name. Don't call me a bitch, a coon, this tap dancer, that, because I'm not voting the way you want to vote.
We don't need you.
Well, stop acting like one then.
Let's give him his props because all the people to vote for Trump, that's what we want to hear. So let him keep converting the Trump supporters.
He's just talking out of his arse, though, Edna.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know.
Conversation, and maybe I'm an open-minded individual. I don't know if I might vote for Kamala Harris if I have a good conversation with somebody. With Nova, respectful conversation. I was having a conversation with Nova, and I was like, you know what, Nova, you're making some good points. I don't know. I might vote Kamala. I don't know.
I doubt that.
This just shows how stupid he is. He's 40 plus with 3 kids, and he's that swayed by somebody. All he needs is somebody to sort of tell him a good story about somebody, and he'll be swayed.
Not the fact that he has daughters whose rights are completely in jeopardy. Not the fact that his country has a lumen. They don't want a presidency after 2025. They want a literal monarchy headed by whatever conservative dunce they could put in, because F you if you're not a conservative straight Christian in our country. But sure, he just needs a conversation when somebody kisses his ass to vote for not doing that. I can't with him.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
But when you go in with you a coon if you don't do it, nigga. If you go in like that, you come in hot like that, I'm gonna be defensive. But again, like I said,
he's always defensive.
Always, isn't he? Absolutely. Let's see if there's anything worth.
Too hot. I get too out of control. I'm a human, but I want to apologize to you because, I don't know you like that. I don't know you as who you are and how you get down. You don't know how I get down. I got angry. I had to take a break.
Yeah, and that's just it. We do know how he is. He must be stupid if he doesn't realize that people have recognized what he's actually like. And
his
that's
apologies remind me of my son when he was a toddler and he would do something that he knew he wasn't supposed to do, and he would go, "I'm sorry," and it was cute the first time, kind of trying the patience the next time, and then stop saying you're sorry because you're just gonna do it again.
That's it. Absolutely. So I just thought that was quite interesting. And other than that, I thought what we could do is do like there's a couple of other things that I thought we could talk about, but let's have a bit of a break from the stupid and watch that there's actually drama all over YouTube. Even sort of on a sanctuary.
Barry, it's Valentine's Day. I think you need some pointers. You haven't had a very successful day trying to woo Dottie, have you? Trying to get her into your area, shall we say? Okay, it's good that you bought her chocolates. That's great. Not so good that you ate them all. I think it was really great that you decided to buy her flowers. Lovely idea. But you ate them, Barry. You ate her flowers and you ate her chocolates. And then, just to cap it all off, you did number twos all over her bedroom. Do you see what I mean? Do you see? Can you understand there why that wouldn't? Yeah.
I tell you,
That was adorable.
I'm telling you, that man has kept me sane over the last couple of days. I have watched so many of those little clips. He is so funny.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so I'm going to incorporate him because he's so these little videos that he puts up where he just talks to the donkeys are wonderful. So now I'm going to open it up. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I've got a few things that I thought might be quite interesting, like I watched Garlic Bread's last video. Did you see? No, what I want to do first, what I'm going to do is put Kalari's up because Kalari made a very good point in her last video. Where are we? Why has that come up? Right. So I thought rather than talk about it, I thought we'll watch what was it a short?
Yeah, it was a short that I
Yeah,
did
it was
earlier
a
'cause
short.
I was
Okay.
heated.
Well, I can't say I blame you, girlie. Let's see, because I'm a bit panickety
It's,
where I put things. Sorry.
it's the mess that has to stop because honestly, after what I heard this morning, I tried to take a break and I was like, no, I got to say something because I don't
Yeah,
want to derail my Saturday stream for hours with what I really want to say and cussing people out for this nonsense. So,
yeah. Okay, well, let's listen to what you said first and then we'll discuss. Okay?
okay.
All right. All right. Let's do this. So it's this one. This mess has gone far enough. All right, here we go.
You know, I'm not going to pretend like all girl world gets along and that there aren't weird gatekeeping and other bullshit going on, but it is just sad to me that people are digging up people's histories and stuff that they may be tied to distantly to use as weapons against them. That people can't just have normal back and forth beefs with insult for insult. They literally have to go IRL. Girl World was supposed to be about us reactors or just people who want to watch the girls non-directly and have comments and communities where we can talk about it. And it has devolved into so much backfight and backstabbing. You can't like this person. You can't. We're all grown. I am well over 40, so I'm not going to play these games. I like who I like. I watch who I watch. I suggest you all do that and stop playing these disgusting games because Chantel went far enough, and I am very sick from what I heard today.
Right. Okay. Kalari, what happened?
I was in the YouTube Underground this morning, which she's like a morning staple for me. I'm getting up, I'm getting ready for the day. I start getting the edit work and stuff that I'm doing started, and I laugh. And she sits there, she makes fun of Chantal. She's got the soundboard going. It's kind of like when I was in New York and I would listen to the morning shows and stuff. It's just fun, it's relaxing. Well, today she played Chantal's I'm gonna lay seal position in the gym next to gym equipment rage. And normally Chantel's rage goes in one ear or out the other. But Chantel decided to take something that was very personal, that had nothing to do with the back and forth between her and Yaba. You want to call insult for insult, tit for tat, call her Cabbage Patch or whatnot, that's fine. But this site called the Kiwi Farms, which I didn't really know, I don't fuck with on that level. I know about it, but just know about it. They digged up some information about Yaba's ex-partner that was dark. Too dark to be on fucking YouTube as a weapon. And of course, Chantel and her little adjacent buddies think that it's something that you can use against a content creator that you simply don't like.
Yeah.
And it was disgusting. And of course, she parrots it because she's their literal Trojan whale. They don't care if her channel gets yeeted for it because, and I'm a stand by this. I don't normally report people, but that shit she said was so disgusting that she is my first community report because she shouldn't have used that. I don't even want to speak because it involves a minor and a very serious situation. And it already got twisted because there was a death that happened after too. So it wasn't the kind of situation that you should be using as a gotcha on YouTube. Yet this is the way people go. I get not everybody likes each other in this community. I don't expect it. I'm a New Yorker. We perma hate everybody. It's just the way we are. We gotta warm up to you to even say we like you. But go this low to get a gotcha. I'm glad I missed a lot of the old school bullshit because I heard there were lows back then too. But this was just a disgusting low that made me just go off.
So was it, let me get this right, this was Chantel saying things about it?
Yeah, but on the behalf of other girl world adjacent, because I don't even know if they're really part of the girl world. I think a lot of them wanted to be reactors and they failed. I'm just gonna name names because they talk shit about me anyway. One of them's the Gaining Ground. Another one is Peanut. Another one is Belinda and Owl. And I'm sure that these are people that are liked within the community. They got their own community, but they were running with this gotcha for two idiots that got booted off of YouTube. That Negs guy and his girlfriend. And for some reason, they keep running with this as a gotcha. I get it. They don't like each other. They've talked shit. They've done things to each other. But you don't have to bring people that are not on YouTube, not in girl world, as a weapon to attack people. That's why I can't fuck with them. Because they're the same ones that'll sue people because they've been bullied. You talked shit about me. You said something on my name. But they'll do this and they don't want no pushback. So no, I'm not.
I think it's got very, very, what's the word? Evil over that side. And that's why I tend not to cover them. I may sometimes on Drama Friday, but I don't want to talk about people's real lives. It's not necessary, as you say. It's like back when Girl World first came, it was just about talking about the big girls.
Yeah.
But now it's more about creator against creator. Yeah, they are Grosbridge. It's awful. And they're getting their little packs together. It's a bit like Survivor. I'm mad on Survivor. And they've got all these little cliques going together now. And would you believe Slow Mama is actually in the racist camp? I can't believe it.
He's a pick me. Of course he would. He realized that most of the girl world don't take him seriously. And a lot of reactors, we just want to stay on target.
Yeah.
We don't have time for, this person don't like me. Good. It's one less person I have to fucking deal with. If he wants to talk about me, I put my shit online. Let him say what he got to say. I'm not thin-skinned. I grew up fat and black in America. Sorry. But for some reason, they know that they can't do the girl world react. So they pick at other content creators. And I'm not going to act like I'm anti-drama. I like to be a little Miss Jenkins every once in a while and see what I can listen to. But I am never going to turn my channel into, I've got to attack this other creator because they said shit about me. Talk your shit. Make it funny. That's all I care about.
That's what I try and do. If I do a standalone video, I'll try and make it funny or at least entertaining. But, I'm on the wrong side of the fence with a lot of them because a lot of them just believe all the crap that's been said about me in the past. So that's why I don't get the views and everything that I used to get. But I'm quite happy with that. I don't want any of them over here. And most of them are all blocked anyway. So, I just think it's vile. So anyway, I wanted to play this one because I thought this was quite interesting. Hang on a minute. It's old Gorlick. Right. Okay, here we go. Right. So I thought this was interesting because Gorlick brings up the matter of people who are constantly sending creators money, donating over and over and over again. And I think, well, I've noticed myself how there are two prominent people in Slow Mama's chats who give like 10 members here. I've had 2 memberships given to me. I don't want his stinking memberships.
I don't
I
blame
want
you.
go away with his stupid memberships. But it does allow me to see his ridiculous shorts when he goes on holiday. It's a joke. His shorts are just a joke. So anyway, but Gorlick explains it a bit here, and I quite like this. It's only 3 minutes long, so let's give it a listen.
For a little bit different of a video today. And this is kind of a speculation video. I don't do them often, but I do feel like we need to talk a little bit about the relationship between Chantal and Pure Bees. Now, if you've been watching Chantal live or you've been listening to reaction channels, you probably know Pure Bees has been in her chat giving relatively high numbered gift memberships. We're talking about in the 20s, in the teens. More than likely, by my unofficial count, she's given over more than 100 memberships this month alone. Now, I want to start by saying it could just be a fan of Chantal. It could be someone that genuinely wants to help her. I know that I've had people that have given memberships.
Do you know, I didn't get the name of the person. I've got that on too quick. I didn't get the name of the person there.
They're called Pure Bees.
Pure Bees. Now,
bees, like beesing.
Yeah. Now, don't you think that's interesting? That all of a sudden there's these people, one of them is Pets, one of them is name, and
it's probably one of her old people. Nobody ever really goes.
Don't you think it's coincidental? Don't you think it's a bit too coincidental?
What's been going around the circles I've heard is that it's either her or Salah's stock account to try to drum up other people and to boost their memberships so that they can stay. Well, I'm relevant. I didn't have to buy my way to 100K. I tend to believe it. She is stupid enough to throw money at herself to look like she's flexing.
Yeah.
It's Rudy. She's got Funkle brain.
And also, I think that's what Yo Mama's doing. I do believe that Pets is for real, but I think that they've got some transaction going on.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that he pays her back. There is some transaction going on. Nobody in there, when I used to go in there more often, she was there virtually every day giving 10, 20. One day I was in there and you got 50 memberships.
Wow.
Now that's insane.
Yep. There's something up with the and like I said, normally I don't pay attention to anybody's coin or bag or anything, but it's just suspicious that right before her next visa run, all of these big things drop. And then when you told me that Clown Aldi's guy is getting that too, they all do that same thing to drum up that sense of importance.
Yeah.
And I don't get it.
And he's got all these new subscribers. He's got over 11K subscribers, but he's not getting any more views.
No, because it's all fabricated. And I keep reminding people because they were like, oh, you just went to bigger YouTube creators to shout you out. The biggest promoter of my channel back in March of this year was him and Chantal. They got me monetized by talking shit about me, who was only at 793 subscribers. So when anybody tries to tell you, oh, it's because she ingratiated, no, because I didn't want to advertise my channel. I have home training. It's rude. I just want to sit and be entertained by people. I will never spam people with my channel. If they want to shout it out, that's one thing. But I don't go to people to do stuff like that. They were my biggest promoters and still are. Every time she goes at my team, every time she goes, oh, she's a published author. Anybody could get published now. Where's your book, bitch? Where's your book? They have been my biggest cheerleaders, and I thank you for that, Aldi's Montal.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But I do think it's quite interesting. And listening to what he said, I'm like, yes, That's what they're doing. I really believe it's all transitional. It's all
Transactional, yeah.
yeah, transactional, that's the word. And they're all in on it. This no name, some people are saying, "Oh, that's D Higgins." I don't think it's D Higgins. I think it's somebody else that is in a transaction with Yo Mama that when they give him 10, he gives them a certain amount of money and it makes his channel look as if it's doing really well. Who are the new people that are going in to watch him? Why is he not getting more views? If he's got 11K, why is he barely hits 2K views?
Yep. And
It's like,
people taught me because I really like I've been on Twitch for a while and I've kept my stuff small there. And then I came to YouTube and I figured it was the same. And I noticed that being because I used to be in numbers and analytics, that the amount of people you have should kind of correlate to your views. And mine does. I don't often break 1K, but there are times where I do
yeah,
because people will watch or they'll click off or they'll just want to show support. But it makes sense for a channel my size. When you
yeah,
get over 11K, when you get to Chantel's numbers and you're barely cracking 1,000 views or 3,000 views, or in her case, she's not even getting 50,000 views on a lot of her stuff, it's
yeah.
fishy. It really is.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to see. Oh, it won't show me because I'm in this mode. But and the other thing is, I mean, Gorlick, his views are really good.
Oh, yeah.
And for I can't remember exactly what he gets now, but I think he gets 10K views or 11K views. And there's Yo Mama, he's still on 1.5K. And I'm
Yep.
like, oh, well, are people just subscribing and then not bothering to look? It's like, nah, there's something going on here, but he'll get caught out because sooner or later, YouTube do like a sweep, don't they?
Oh yeah, they do a full audit and they will get rid of bots. And they've been from the last survey that I took, because I'm that age. You send me a survey, I'll take it. I don't care. They are looking to try to go after people that engage in that. It's kind of like in
Yeah,
gaming. There are people that buy stuff that they're not to, like currency or resources, and it takes from the actual game company. When you
yeah,
buy views and manufacture like subs like that, it
yeah,
actually harms YouTube because they're paying you out for something that's not real.
yeah. It's all fake.
Yeah.
It's all fake. And I mean, they laugh at my views now. My views are nothing nowadays, but I don't care. And the reason I don't care, it's like Hussey was saying, like, oh, she's got over 4K subscribers, but nobody watches. Well, that's because I've been on here for some time and people watch for different things. And my live streams don't get that many views, but when I do standalone videos, they get more views. And that's the way you build your channel.
Yep.
Because
Variety. And
yeah,
when you're passionate about something, it's
yeah,
always going to build in a
yeah.
slow pace, especially when you're competing with literal fucking garbage fires on YouTube. Like,
Mm,
people want the mess. That's why Locale Live is doing as well as it is, even though they're starting to trail off, because nobody wants to see somebody who fake cancer. But the
yeah,
fact of the matter
no.
is, when you're competing against trash TV, it's
Mhm.
hard. It really is.
Exactly. And that's the way I look at it. I think, well, no, my block list is really, really long because I don't want those people coming in and disrupting my live streams or upsetting people in the chat. Um, I like to keep it small and I'm happy keeping it small. I watch YouTubers that have got massive subscriber counts and they hardly get anybody in their live streams as well. A lot of people don't like live streams. So, I'm happy with that. I'm much happier doing videos that I create, you
Yeah.
know, and and I've started doing true crime, and a couple of those videos got more than Yo Mama gets in his live streams, and I
Yeah.
was so happy about that because I knew I wasn't getting any of the garbage people in there. That's what I
Hey,
think they are. I think they're just garbage.
Exactly. And when people try to use that against you and try to shame you about, oh, you don't have a bunch of people in your chat, you still have people that want to hear you, want to see you, you have a voice. They're just trying to take your voice away. And I would just tell them, you watch me, you're paying attention to me, you got my name in your mouth, even though you're irrelevant to me. And
That's right.
it pisses them off for real.
Well, the annoying thing is everybody knows my name in Girl World. I'm not even in Girl World.
Yeah.
I hate Girl World. I mean,
Yeah.
I cover it on Drama Friday, but the rest of my content has got nothing to do with Girl World.
Yeah, I give once a week to it now because I
Yeah.
used to do almost every other day covering Chantel's stuff, but she doesn't change and
No.
it's just not interesting. So I give them a Saturday for
Yeah.
about 1 to 2 hours, and that's it. That's all
But
they deserve.
that's the one I watch with you. I like that one because I like a bit of, we all like a bit of drama.
Yeah.
So I always try and catch the Saturday one with you because I think it's good.
I love musical palette cleanses. Leslie Hall is one of my favorite Midwesterners, and I try to either end with her or somebody new and creative. I'm going to start showing more animative people and artistic people to just break up the girl world stuff. But it's like a venting session for me to call these
Yeah.
heifers out and get it out my system.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Edna, have you got anything to say, darling?
No.
Hi, Luna.
Okay. Hi, Luna. Nice to see you. Right, so let's hear what else he says.
People that have been extremely gracious in the super chats that they've given me, and I am at the utmost grateful to them and appreciate what they provide me. However, I can tell you confidently, I don't have one single person that every single video comes in and makes a donation. And that's what makes Pure Bees stand out so much. So I looked into this a little bit for you guys because I thought to myself, what is the average that someone would run a course of a membership on YouTube? And I have my channel to look at. I also kind of poked around a little bit, and it looks like that for most memberships, the average is right around 4 to 7 months. So this got me thinking. Let's be honest. The first month could likely be you just forgot that you had been given the membership and you get charged and then you cancel it. Or maybe you decide that you're going to keep it. But to me, when I look at this, I actually think this could be Chantal or Sala operating this account and looking at it as a donation. I mean, let's be honest. If they're buying all these gift memberships, they are essentially paying themselves, although they're losing a significant amount due to fees, but they're putting themselves in a position to where, let's say, 80% of those people stick around for the first month, and maybe even 60% stay around for the second month. Then at that point, you've negated all of your investment and got it back and then some. The likelihood that every single gift membership is going to be canceled, I would think, even with Chantal, would be relatively low. And
that's what I think
the
is
thing
happening
that-
with Yo Mama.
No, I
That's
have
what
to
I think.
disagree because the gift membership is not like you're signed up for their membership. You just get a free trial of it. Like you don't have to go and cancel. It's automatically canceled.
I think he expands on that because
Yeah.
even if they don't cancel, if she can get a certain percentage of persons who get the gift membership to retain that, even if it's a small amount like 20%, and they keep giving her that $5.99 or however much the heifer charges, because I blocked her a month, that's money in her pocket. It's a
Yeah.
way
Oh no,
to
I understand.
yeah, go ahead.
But
I'm
you're
sorry.
making it sound like, it's like you have to cancel it or you keep the membership, and it doesn't quite work that way.
No, but
Oh no, it's all
you do get reminders though, because I've had 2 gifted to me, and you do get reminders. When it runs out, you get a reminder
Mhm.
asking you if you want to carry on.
yeah.
Okay, I haven't noticed.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, because I got one to Pulpy, which I'm probably gonna keep up, even though I can't catch a lot of his streams because he'll stream at like midnight my time, and I'm like, I like sleep. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be up for
Yeah.
this, or like super early, and it's like, no, I my brain isn't woken up, you know. So sometimes I'll get a membership that I'll be like, oh, okay, let me go at least see who this person is after I see the email. And if I like them, I'll keep watching. And if I really like them, I'll add them to the join pool. But a lot of times, because of the commitments that I have with my work and stuff, I'll just let it fall off because it honestly, I know a lot of these creators provide good content, but to me, a membership like on Twitch comes with extra perks, extra access and certain things. And
Yeah.
like Chantel does not offer that. I've seen those ugly badges before I blocked her. I don't know what Beezers are paying for. There's no way in heck I wanted to risk a Yo Mama membership, so I had him blocked down a few months down. But you know, I know a lot of people work hard on memberships, so I don't mind if I get a gift membership and I can a budget for it. I will help, but a lot of times I just let that shit lapse because I'm playing catch up in a lot of videos now because I like so many people.
Yeah. That's not a bad position to be in, though, Kalari. It's nice if you found people that you really enjoy. And I have. I watch it in so I watch so much YouTube and very, very little Girl World. And if I do watch Girl World, it'll be like on your Saturday thing, or it'll be Garlic Bread. But I mean, I haven't watched any of his for quite a while. Or Snowflake. Where's Mr. Snowflake gone?
He's working on part 6, I believe, of Chantel's documentary with some other really good documentaries. I've watched his stuff on War Cats. He did a really good thing for Pride with the a guy who literally archived like almost 10 years of New York City from a gay man's
Oh,
perspective. So he's been
Oh,
oh,
working
wow.
hard on non-girl world stuff. And for
good for
me,
I
him.
love that.
as somebody who came from the art community of YouTube, which is already you want drama. The art community had drama, stalking, domestic assaults and stuff. It was messy. So
Wow.
I thought Girl World would be like a change of pace, and it's definitely not. And one of the people that I see in a lot of people's chat, and I adore Brioche said, because I have so much knowledge of the art community and all the stuff that went down with that, that he would like me to start, you know, bringing like a historical point of view of all of that. Because that a lot of people were following Chantel and Amber Lynn in 2016 to 20 to now. I was following Creepshow Arts nonsense, what she did to Emily Artful, the stuff with Omnia and her former partner, their former partner, because they're non-binary. I don't want to get their pronouns mixed up. The Hopeless Peaches drama and everything else. There was a lot going on that side of YouTube. So Girl World was nothing to me during 2016. It wasn't until about 2020 that, you know, being stuck at home, getting T-channel stuff coming up in my recommendations that I found out about Girl World, and I was just a lurker. But the
Yeah.
art community has some wild stuff go on, so I might start bringing that up more.
You know I'm an artist, right?
Yes, I've seen some of your stuff that you've posted. So
Yeah. I've never got into the art community though.
it's
I
messy.
I
They're
try.
young and they're stupid.
Yeah, I recognize one of the names that you mentioned, but yeah, I tend to um watch more artwork on Instagram,
Oh yeah.
not necessarily on YouTube. But
Well, it's almost died out. I used to love having like story times on the background while I would practice sketching or be writing out scripts for like web comics and stuff. And you know, sometimes they were personal, sometimes they would take a topic and then they would just like speed draw or paint or whatnot, and it was
oh, I love
relaxing.
that.
And then they went from doing that to just interpersonal wars again. And I'm
Oh
seeing the
no,
same stuff in Girl World. I'm like, what is going on? Stay on target,
really?
you know?
Do you know the artist called Felix?
I am not sure. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of people from all over the place. One of my
Yeah.
other favorites is a guy that was from Japan, and I'm blanking on his name. And he would speed art and talk about tea and drama. And half the time I wasn't even paying attention to what he said because he drew such great art that I was more focused on that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't imagine Felix being involved in all that. He's very sort of, I think he's Ukrainian or something, but he's lived in America and he is an amazing artist. And I can't remember the rest of his name. I know it's Felix something or other. But what I used to like was he'd do like these really long live streams of him, painting, but he would only really talk about the paint, what he was doing. And I used to love it. I used to, because I've got an art room. When my son left, I turned his room into my art room. So I've got a big TV in there. So I'd watch him on there, this Felix, and really enjoy it. And then he disappeared. He just completely disappeared. But yeah.
I
Anyway,
grew
let's
up
move on.
watching Bob Ross too, so I've
I
always loved
like
art.
watching him. I
Yes,
like watching him. He's
yes,
very soothing, isn't he?
yes, he is.
Yeah. Right, let's just finish this and then I think we'll go because I can't do more than an hour because my allergies start playing up.
No
Never
problem.
seen a creator I know on this platform be constantly promoted this way by one single person. And if you look at it again through the lens of maybe Chantal, Sala making this investment, and that's what it is, it's an investment in their channel. They know that if they just get one additional month, well, then that was a member they didn't have the month before. And in a way, it kind of zeroes itself out. Now you're kind of neutral on that investment. And if that person stays another month, then you're net positive. And if you're going to sit there and do more and more live streams, if you're going to actually pull away from your recorded content and give those memberships a reason to stay and thrive because it's the only way you're going to be able to interact with her on these member streams, then I hate to say it, it's kind of a smart business move by the two of them. Now, whether they're behind it, I don't know, but I did just want to kind of give you my thoughts on what exactly is going on with this. Other than that, I'm going to leave you with the top comments from the last video.
Okay, so I just thought that was really interesting, what he had to say there, and I was like, that's what they're doing. It's some sort of agreement they've all got. Oh, and I will say, that Pets is into crypto.
Wow.
That's what my scam was. It was about crypto. Because the guy was like, yeah, well, yeah, your money gets like transferred to crypto. And I was like, oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Oh,
So
see,
anyway.
I was never a financial advisor, but I did work with money from my 20s to my 30s. And what I tell people all the time is investment is just like gambling. You have to be careful. And when because I still get them in my DMs on Twitter and I ignore them because every time I ask them who is federally backing crypto, can you name one country, even if it's a country that nobody fucks with, name me one country that federally backs cryptocurrency. Well, we want to be free of that. Nope. You're not going to get my real money put into your monopoly money because you envision this is going to be. If you can't tell me a country that stands by your currency, I'm not putting my currency in it. That's how I've always felt.
Isn't Brazil, didn't they make Bitcoin like their national currency?
They backed away from a lot of it due to the political instability from what I've seen. They're trying to make it a thing again, but it's really hard because a lot of people don't understand data mining for cryptocurrency. Nobody can tell you its actual value. And the only people that have made money on it so far are the people that'll throw out a coin, pump it up, get real currency from it, cash it out, and then dump it. It's literally called the pump and dump.
Yeah.
Logan Paul did it.
See,
A lot
that's
of people
the
have done
thing, though. There's a lot of scams that's happened with crypto, but there's a lot of legitimacy to crypto.
I think,
Because to be honest, like I've been on both sides of it,
Well, how
and
do
I
you
think
know if
like
it's a
don't let
scam or not?
people. That's the
How,
thing. Sometimes you don't know.
I
The
think
thing
because it's
is, sometimes
overhyped.
it starts off well, no, sometimes it starts off legitimate, but something happens and things change. So, and then it becomes a scam. Like if you've heard of the coin Luna, and I think it was UST. It was so Luna was like the crypto, and UST was supposed to be the stable coin. And but that stable coin was based on the value of a group of other crypto. Well, when those cryptos went down, or I think it was the Luna, when it went down, so did the value of that supposedly dollar. And it was like a domino effect where in a matter of like an hour, it like Luna was finished. And this was a legitimate crypto. So you know what I mean? Like, and I think that was an orchestrated attack through, the powers that be to get it out of the equation because they were offering people 20% interest.
And see, I like I said, I do believe that there are people in crypto with good intentions, but after FTX, what happened in South Korea especially, there are a lot of people that have taken that money, made promises that they couldn't keep, got celebrities on board because they knew average citizens would be interested in that. And then like Sam Bankman-Fried did, completely took the money and really misappropriated those funds. And while I want to believe, because I even write about it in my sci-fi, that we will get a universal credit at some point because paper money is just too dangerous. It's too quick to be laundered. It's too quick to be hoarded. We do need a stable universal currency so that we're not divided over this monetary stuff. But it's a matter of trust. And unfortunately, because of what FTX did and other companies have done, because of assholes like Boogie and Logan Paul, the trust factor for people like me who would like to invest, I'm just going to stick to the traditional stock market. Sometimes I gain, sometimes I lose. It's a gamble, but it's a gamble that I know that if I profit from it, I know I'm getting that money. With crypto, I get promises, but I there's no guarantee of a investment, even though they tell you there's a guarantee. And you really shouldn't do that with investment, as I've learned over the years.
Yeah.
That
Well, see,
that's
I
what
think
that
with
guy was.
anything, if you don't understand what it is, then you shouldn't invest in it. And
Exactly. And that's a good point,
yeah,
Edna.
And I
yeah,
think that's why that's what the scammers um relate or um exploit
yeah.
because one of the first questions they asked me was, have I ever invested before? And I said, well, no, not really. But then when I was talking to the trader in speech marks, he was saying about he brought up the subject of crypto, and I said, "Oh, I've never heard of that." So I said, "So what happens if I want to draw my money out? Can I just go to the bank? Where will my funds be?" And he said it'll be in the wallet. That was it. He said we need to build you a crypto wallet and your funds will be in there. So I said, well, can't I just
Mm.
go to the wallet and take the money out? And he said, no, because there's only one bank in the British Isles that accept crypto money. So he said, you'll have to come through us and then we'll get you the money.
See, and that's the thing that bothers me because, like I said, for the legitimate ones that are out there really trying to build a stable coin as Luna was, there are far too many people trying to take people's actually federally back money to invest in this so that they can take your money and run, and it's giving crypto a really bad name. It's just like the NFTs where art and your content and your
Rich.
news, you
Yeah.
know?
Edna works in
You're like
finance.
such a joke.
Edna
Yeah,
works in finance. So you two should get on really well.
definitely.
Yeah,
But
love it.
yeah. I mean, I just felt like such a twat for believing it. And I think the first
No,
red
then
flag was
don't.
when he mentioned
No,
crypto. I
they
thought,
target people constantly. Like I can show you pages of messages in my Twitter DMs with people either trying to get me to pump something up for them and promote or invest something. It is crazy. They tried to get my in-laws too, but luckily for all of us, they were like, let's call 10 and see what she thinks about it. And I talked them out of it because A,
yeah,
you don't know these
Mm.
people. B, you literally have an account that ask them. And he was like, well, he said, no, you shouldn't do this. Well, then listen. Okay, I'm
yeah.
glad you like my advice, but if your accountant is saying no to this, listen to him.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it
I
took a
hate when
while
people
for my
ask.
son. It took a while for my son to convince me, I must say. He was
Yeah.
like, "No, mum, it's a
Really?
scam." And his girlfriend was like, "No, it doesn't sound right." And the thing is, they said, "Well, where did you see this article?" So I got my phone out and I was scrolling through trying to find where this article was, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So my son Googled it and he said nothing's coming up. There was a headline about this famous guy arguing with the presenter on the program, and I said, "Just put that in," and nothing was coming up, and that's how they knew it was a scam. I said, "Well, where the hell's it gone? I was looking at it."
They will use ghost sites. It's a website that you can use to make look like either a newspaper, a newsletter, or whatever. And they'll use it to lure you in to make them look legitimate because they know they can take that site right down. And it's like it didn't happen and it makes you look crazy. I'm
Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
you, Coffeezilla, as Bridge has put in the chat, is really good for exposing people that do stuff like this because it's
I
very
think I
intricate.
may have seen him. I think I may have seen him. I'm definitely gonna check him out.
Yeah.
But I've still got a bit of the wobbles, about
Yeah.
it.
I
So
don't blame you. I
it
really don't.
it's not nice feeling that, and the way they talk to you, it's like I was thinking today of the strategy, and I think the first thing is to compliment you, and then
Yeah.
the second thing
Hmm.
is to give you a little bit of enticement, and then the next one is to get your details or find out a little history about you. They're so strategic, and
Oh, yeah.
I've never been bad, put it that way. I've never, so it's hard for me to understand how there are such, you know, awful people out there who will take
Yeah.
other people's money. I can't, my brain can't fathom that.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously it is. So, yeah. So I'm still here, guys.
I'm glad. And if you put the word out on Twitter, just let me know. I will boost it. I'll even see if there's anybody that I know because I talk to a lot of American press. I don't really talk to a lot of people in the British press, but they could probably let me know who I could reach out to because your story shouldn't just go, well, they're not going to give you your money back. It was a scam.
Yeah,
And
I mean, it's
shouldn't
not a,
take that.
it's not a long time. It's not a long, a lifetime amount of money, but it's enough.
Yeah.
It was a couple of hundred.
Even if it
So
had been
to just
$2, the
lose
principle of
that,
it, nobody should steal your money.
yeah,
Yeah. And by you speaking up, you're gonna
Help
prevent
people.
somebody else from falling into the same scam.
yeah, yeah. Well, I just have to get over it a little bit, um,
Mhm.
because I
Oh, we
still
got
feel a
some
bit
drama
tender about it.
jam.
Huh?
Valley is sniping. Valley is sniping. Alert, alert.
Why is Barley sniping? Yeah, I'm still friends with Barley, I think.
Hey, Valley.
Haven't done anything to upset her. Why aren't you here, Barley? She did pop in earlier. So that's all right.
I think she
Um,
did that once before. I think it's a loving snipe. But hey,
yeah, I'm
Kalari,
sure it
are you
is.
beefing with Hikate?
Which crackhead? Because there's a couple of them. If it's the
No, not
Canadian one,
crackhead, Hikate.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, Hikati. I call her Hikati, the hooker. Hikati the hooker.
Okay. She and I started out cool at first because I liked her name. I'm a big Greek mythology nerd, so I like Hecate, the Greek mythos
Mm-hmm.
goddess of magic and all that stuff because I'm that
And you
level
were
nerd.
so funny, girl.
And I was nice to her at first, but she's beefing with everybody, including FFG, and I didn't want to get in the middle of this. I just want to watch people and laugh at fat people like I'm fat. I laugh at other fat people. I don't care. So I did not want to be a part of the shit she had going on with FFG. She went off on me. She chased me down to Hannibal's chat and said something I said, and Yaba's stream was pointed at her. I was like, I don't know you, lady. I liked your name. I thought you were cool, and you're freaking flipping out on me. So I blocked her.
Okay.
But I made it clear in a rant I did on Saturday. That's why I don't fuck with people like that. The moment you go that cuckoo bananas, you're gone. I don't want to deal with you. There is just something something off with her, so I'm just not gonna fuck with her anymore. She's like, well, I'm 45 too, because I was like, I'm 47 years old. I don't want to fight with you like this. Go away. I'm 45. I didn't care. Don't give me your resume. Leave me the fuck alone. I just don't play with people like that.
She's like a dog with a bone,
She
and
really is.
and she's very, I don't know, very spiteful. So Bridge says she was nice to her too, but then she turned on me too. She's off.
She flips the fuck out, and it's like, dude, I got enough of my own crazy. I don't need to inherit any of yours. I'm good.
You know, you're exactly the same as me. I'm like, just stop.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to finish with this because I thought this was really interesting. Now, apparently, gaining ground. You're not friends with him, are you?
No, I do not like that man. I have seen how he's gone after, especially Black women. He really has women issues anyway, but he seems to like to chase away creators of color. So I don't fuck with him.
Yes, I agree with you 100% there. I seem to be one of the only people that was looking. I say I was looking out for her. I was looking out for her as a lurker, Callie. And I hated the way that she was being treated. It seemed obvious to me that she had mental health issues. I've come from the mental health community. I have a mental illness. And, you know, I've spoken about it. It's on my channel if you want to find out about it. But I didn't like the way that they were coming for her. And I also, you know, when she finished with Shane, I kept thinking, oh, girl, don't keep talking about it. You're just going to make it worse. You're giving them food. You're giving the vultures food to pick at. And he was one of the worst people that did it.
He created that discounted life account to not only troll her, but continue to spew racism against other creators because he's too much of a punk. And this is why I say, between him and Just Reason and a few others, I always side eye to people that try to be nice. I would rather be with people who are bitchy and their real self, even if other people don't like them, than the people that try in one breath to tell you that they're nice on here and then talk mad shit or make sock accounts to talk mad shit. Who the hell has time for that? And then they'll in another breath say, oh no, we have jobs. YouTube ain't our only source of income. Hit our Cash App, hit our Venmo, and all that other bullshit. When they know this is their only source of income, they're salty. And they're mad because they think they deserve a higher position on YouTube than what they get. And all they do is start drama and are bitter, hateful people.
Yeah. I mean, I have to be honest, when I first saw you, I saw you through Slow Mama, and was he being all right to you then? I think he may have been, but anyway, I thought,
because he was calling her
Charlie No Fronts.
Yeah.
But I would never go along with that. I'm not like that. I hate that.
I tell people all the time, I show my visible dental flaws because when I get to my goal weight, one of the things I want to do is fix my teeth. I was bulimic because I thought it would help me lose weight. And I wanted to show people the damage because I'm not ashamed of it. It's something I did to myself. It reminds me to keep going to my weight loss goals. And unlike some people, I'm not on here to be called a beauty. I don't give a fuck what people think about my looks. I'm older. No, who cares?
Exactly. And, you know, when I used to see you on there, I thought, when I used to see you on here, I thought, I like her. She's I like intelligent people. I don't like thickos. I don't want to have to explain everything to everybody. Do you know what I mean?
And for me, I think what people like is I can turn this YouTube shit off when I need to. I'm not that invested. I'm just here to have fun. As long as it's
Yeah,
fun, that's what I'm gonna do. But I don't want to make it personal. It's just business.
yeah. But one of the reasons I stayed away from you is because I thought you may be friends with Eerie Pepperoni. Now, I've got history with that girl. She doxed me. So we're not going to go into that now, but that's why I kept my distance from you.
I
Um,
do watch Erie. I've been a part of her memberships for a while because I enjoy the way she covers the girl world stuff. But I think the thing that a lot of people in girl world don't seem to understand with me is I can watch and enjoy content, but I don't have to act like I'm everybody's best friend. The few
yeah,
people that know me in girl world are not even, they don't even have channels. They're my mods, like Tragically Delicious and 31 Frames, who's actually an editor. These are people that have my number when I'm not on here. But I don't form those kind of relationships with creators because I feel like it would make me seem weird and creepy. I leave it to, if I like your content, I watch you. If I don't like your content, I don't watch it. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, I'm like that. I don't want to come across as like everybody's buddy and blah de blah. People have to earn my respect and they have to earn my trust.
Yeah.
And I feel like with my panelists, they've done that, you know, and I class you in that bracket as well because I wouldn't just have anybody on here, you
Oh yeah.
know. But
It's
you know,
you got to protect your peace and set boundaries, in especially in any commentary, because
exactly.
a lot of people they'll just smile in your face and then they'll backstab you. So I just treat it where if I enjoy your content, that's all it is. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
go that deep.
But I mean, the beef that my girls have gone through because they come on panel with me is just
I
so
know. Pet
childish.
blocked me.
Yeah,
I'm still sad about that.
it's
Who blocked
crazy,
you?
but
Pet.
Who Pets? She blocked you.
Yeah.
But
and
that just
see,
shows how childish they are. I mean,
being on Twitter for 10 years, I had people dox. I had people, because I was working for a campaign a couple of years back. They literally called the person who was my friend from Florida and said, well, you're hired a black nationalist, which blew my mind because it was like, I didn't even know that term existed. So I'm used to people's antics. And now that I am published, the more people that try to find shit about me, they're promoters. And they hate it when I say that. But if you're going to have my name in your mouth, you're going to help me promote my stuff. Because
ca-
like Twitter battle hardened me for this nonsense.
really? No,
Yeah.
I've been on Twitter for years, but I've never really had any aggravation on there.
I'm in the politics spirit. It's nasty.
Ah, so
Yeah.
can we have your Twitter? Can I have your Twitter
Oh,
handle?
yeah. Let me type it out. Because I
Okay.
started on there just wanting to talk about games. I had worked for Turbine and Wizards of the Coast doing promotion for a few years. I was all over the place trying to figure out a career that would stick, and I love video games. So it was a good match for a while. But then I got into politics because I seen that we were literally going to get ready to elect a reality TV show idiot who I hated since the early days of living in New York. And I started going into politics heavy. And because I write, my friend hired me to be a speechwriter for him, and it just took off from there. And I had to disassociate from the whole gaming stuff, and I became heavily invested in talking about politics, social issues, everything. And I got death threats. I had a guy that literally stalked my YouTube channel that at that point I didn't even break 100, just to leave threatening messages.
Wow.
He told me that he was going to show up at my house with a shotgun, and that is when friends of mine stepped in, found out all his information. I do not like doxing. I do not show DMs or anything else. But because he was making such vehement threats, they got where he lived, where his wife worked, where his kids went to school. They went to visit him because they're law enforcement. And I stopped getting those threats because I'm not going to fight with people online like that. I'm not going to threaten lawsuits. If you're willing to do that and it's illegal, I'm going to go the adult route.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I would do as well. I mean, I remember one of the things that Slow Mummy used to say, "Oh, Jan loves to get in all the arguments and this, that." And... Well, no, I don't actually. you know, and I'm certainly not going to bring it to my channel. But Drama Friday, I might talk about it. That's the
Yeah.
difference.
It's
But these
different
people
just
don't
watching
seem
it.
to realize that, though. They think that that's all you do.
Yeah.
But that's awful what happened to you, Kalari. That's dreadful.
It built up a tough carapace, though. And like I said, I take it this way. Girl World's fun to commentate on, but it's not my life. I'm
Yeah,
about to release a second novel. I've got things going on here. It's fun. It's not supposed to be your whole world. And I think it's very
right.
frustrating that people they can't see past themselves and they think, well, this is all they got, so I'm just going to keep attacking them. I'm just going to let them keep it pushing. Hey, 31 frames. That's one of my favorite editors right there.
Hi, 31
Yeah.
frames. Oh, look at it. I like the picture, I like the profile picture. Right, so let's finish on Garlic Bread coming back to the gaining ground, who apparently is coming after him for God knows why. Well, I think I know why. It's because Garlic gaining ground is now palsy wowsy with old Slow Mama there doing his old Bojangles dancing.
Oh yeah.
So they're gradually going round all Yo Mama's haters. Um
Dude
so
left a paragraph on Garlic's video comparing my weight loss photos from my kids' graduation and Chantel because she loves to say, "Oh, you're bigger than me, cam up." And I've cammed up several times. I took that picture, and for some reason, she still wants to say it. So he didn't even tell me about it. He made the video doing a side-by-side comparison, and old Clifford decided to get into his his little chat area and just do paragraphs and fight with people. Just I don't understand that man's instability. And
no,
I made one
insane.
community post saying, envy is a fucked up way to be, dude. And you just need to leave me alone. I don't know you. I don't want to know you. And that's it.
Yeah. I've spoken to him once on a live stream, and stupidly, I mean, somebody had been telling me what he was like for some time, and I was like, oh, I can handle him. Um and I could handle him, but I didn't get the opportunity to because I was on the wrong channel. If he'd have come on this channel, I would have put him straight. Um, but yeah, because I was on somebody else's channel, it didn't sort of work out that way. But he's got problems.
He's
That
got
man has
issues.
definitely got problems.
Charlie Gold
Mm.
is like his poltergeist. He is so obsessed with her. And
Oh, I love
it's
Charlie Gold.
scary the way he hyper focuses on her. She ain't paying no mind. She's living her best life. Leave her alone.
Mm, yeah, I know. I wondered whether it was a racial thing.
Oh, it definitely is. I was warned that, oh, he might start with you. Let him try. I don't care. This is a
Hmm.
man that's like 2 years younger than me, just bitter and mean. And why should I
Mm.
give him the attention that apparently the people in his life don't? I won't. No, no,
Hmm.
thank you.
Well, I thought Garlic Bread answered him quite well. He atted him and he said, "It's amazing to me. You come on here and cry about people bringing up your mother, then parrot lies about my mother, much less lies from a person you spend hours streaming about being dishonest and untrustworthy. But now you want to proclaim people must be taking sides if they don't follow the agenda you lay out. I don't care about the YouTube rivals you constantly bicker with or how you proclaim that correlates to how it makes myself or others like foodie. Simply because people won't fight battles for you doesn't mean we are evil, thin-skinned or problematic. It simply means we don't care.
Boom. Exactly.
Good for you. Good for you, matey. And I think that's the thing. These
Yeah.
people seem so.
They
um,
never got out of the high school clique mentality. And I tell
Yeah,
people all the time, if you ask me to take a side when two people that I don't really know, don't care about unless I'm watching their stuff, I'm going to leave yous alone. I'm not here to be people's attack dog. I'm not here to cast judgment on people. I don't want to know people on that personal level. I just want to be entertained.
yeah,
And I don't think people get that until, And if I have to wade in, it is because somebody has done something that is so stupid and egregious to me that I will give my opinion, but it don't go no deeper than that. I don't care. I just
Yeah.
don't.
And Bridget's the same. Edna's a bit different. Edna is Edna's like a little butterfly, she is. She sort of flutters around and just ignores everybody. But Bridget is very similar thinking in that way. And so am I. You know, this isn't my life. It's something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy creating videos and content. But Girl World for sure isn't my life. Or
Exactly.
you know, any other creator. For God's sake, how sad would I be if that was true? But anyway, Kalari, I want to say thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed myself. Thank you, Jans. Thank you, Edna. Thank you, Bridge. It was really fun to be on here talking. I'll do it again if you want me. You know me, I
Yeah,
got opinions.
you're welcome. Any Friday, you're welcome on panel. As I put here, it's Drama Friday with Jan's Views and the girls, and you're perfectly welcome to come along. We'd love to have you here because it's nice to have somebody who talks. Because sometimes Edna goes a bit quiet. I don't know what she's doing there. If she's not working, she's normally sort of having a bit of a smoke, aren't you, Edna, darling?
You know, I'm a little relaxed, so I can't deny that.
Oh yeah.
She likes to relax. Anyway, girlies, thanks so much for coming on and making this such an interesting live stream. I feel much better already. And
Good.
hey, Random Fish, lovely to see you. So,
Jen,
yeah.
we want to send you virtual hugs. We all love you. We don't want you to feel bad because it's a learning experience for us all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, girls. You're good. Yeah, anyway, I won't ramble. But thank you so much, girlies. Really appreciated it. And Kalari, any Friday you want to come up, great. Because then we can talk and put people in their places. That's what I like. Bridget,
Definitely.
Bridget, have a safe flight, my darling. And to
Yes.
everybody in the chat and all the lurkers and the people that are going to watch after, thanks for coming. Thanks for viewing. And have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you on Monday for Murder Monday. But in the meantime, you take care of yourselves out there because it's a rotten old world. Bye-bye for now.